So, aloha everybody from Hawaii. Spring has sprung, but I can't really tell. Where I am living, it's very different this year. We're still kind of caught in a lot of cloudy rain patterns. It's gotten warmer though, so that's nice.
Ah, hi, Cindy here. Um, Welcome to Harmony and Healing with Cindy and Julia. And it feels like spring today is so sunny. I have to have my shade drawn, and just it's really been really beautiful the last couple of days. So welcoming that. And this morning I sat and had my coffee and looked up at that full moon in the wee early hours, and it was just spectacular.
Mm,
Yeah. Oh, good way to start the day for
yes.
sure.
Yeah, we've been having so much cloud cover. Sometimes we don't get the full moon. We just get the clouds, but good for you. Full moons are amazing. Amazing
Yeah.
energy, amazing power, especially for the divine feminine. It really
Mm.
renews us and re-strengthens us if we allow it to. Makes us wild again, too.
It can do that too. I wasn't feeling too wild at 6 o'clock this morning, though.
Well,
I guess
yeah, that would be a more of an evening thing.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, today we're just thought we would just talk about, the new season we're in of spring, of renewal and rejuvenation, from some different perspectives, from the divine feminine, from Andean shamanism, from, just working with the letting go of things and bringing in the new. And so we're just going to have some conversation about all that today. We'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, and what are some of your spring rituals, and post those in the comments. And I'll share one of mine. I'm sure Julia has some. And but let's begin with opening sacred space.
Let's do that.
We welcome you to join us. Just even, taking in the energy as we call in the archetypes. Just feel it in your body, and you're welcome to, if you are able to turn to the south, we're going to call in Sachamama. Mm. To the winds of the south, Sachamama, beautiful serpent, mother of the waters. Come into our sacred medicine space today. Be with us. Wrap your coils of light and love around us. Help us to release all of those old ways of being, habits, thoughts, beliefs, all those old skins that no longer serve us. Allow us to shed them and allow them to just be composted by Mother Earth to rejuvenate into new ways of being that really serve our highest good. Help us to be belly to belly with the Divine Mother, with her deep core wisdom. May it infuse our being. Thank you for being with us. Teach us the beauty way to walk in beauty and touch everyone we meet with beauty. Aho.
Oh, to the winds of the west, or Tarango, mother, sister, brother, jaguar, coming into our medicine space. You who are the head of the jungle, having no predators, no fear, infuse us with your courage. Help us to see into the ethereal as you teach us to navigate and maneuver our pathway forward into the light. Thank you for teaching us the tools of the luminous warrior, teaching us to be in peace, to walk in truth and impeccability, non-engagement and certainty. We thank you so much, Jaguar, to the winds of the west where the sun sets, teaching us to go beyond the physical into the ethereal. Aho.
Okay. Now, how in the world did that happen? Mm. To the winds of the north, ancestors, ancient ones, grandmothers and grandfathers, we honor you who have come before us, and we honor you who will come after us, our children's children. Come into our sacred medicine space today. Be with us. Sit around the fire and share your ways, your wisdom, and your knowledge with us. We thank you. Ah, you are Kente, royal hummingbird, sweet bird. Thank you for guiding us on our soul's epic journey, for teaching us how to cultivate that stillness, that inner peace that is so needed in the world today within our own beingness. And thank you for teaching us to only drink from that sweet water, the sweet nectar of life.
Oh, to the winds of the east, the place of the rising sun. May that sun rise in our hearts, in our spirits, in our life today with newness, with the renewing of the light, with the renewing of that wondrous regeneration of the sun. Thank you, Apachin and Kundor, Apachin Eagle, teaching us to fly, catch the updrafts during storms, taking aerial flight, allowing us to look down with a new perspective on our life, a new way of being. May it be so. And dear Condor, you who are so transformative, who take us on the expanse of your wings, teaching us the mysteries of great spirit, may we honor you today. Aho.
Mm. Mm. Pachamama, our beloved Mother Earth, the divine feminine, keeper of the ancient wisdom, you who nourish us in such a beautiful way, and with the coming of spring, with fresh nourishment in the ways of your food and your fruits, we thank you. Thank you for grounding us and supporting us and infusing us with your divine feminine wisdom. All your people, stone people, plant people, four-legged, two-legged, the creepy crawlies, the finned, the furred, the winged, all our relations are whole.
Aho.
Mm.
Antitaita, Father Sky, Mama Kia, Grandmother Moon, Sachakuna, star nations and celestial beings of light, power, and great spirit. We ask for your grace and that your ease to maneuver our pathway in these challenging times, that we would be allowed to see into your wisdom, your knowledge, your ease, and your grace. Today, we ask for the joy of spring. We honor you all. Aho.
Mm. Opening our Virtakocha, hands at the heart, inhaling overhead into that luminous ball of light, chakra 8, and just bring that beautiful golden light all around you. Imagine bringing it into the earth so it's underneath your feet, connecting with the earth star chakra. Your luminous energy field. And let's open it again over our Ayu, our family here. You each feel that luminous energy supporting you and surrounding you.
Just allow the vibration of the drum to speak to your heart. Allow the vibration and the frequency to just relax your heart. Take a deep breath. Inhaling that luminous energy field into your energy field and release with your exhalations. Take another deep breath. and exhale. Allowing this vibration just to really go through you, giving you its joy and its message. Let's breathe together for a few. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, release. And hold it empty. And inhale that light. And hold that light. And exhale, release. And hold empty. And inhale. And hold. And release. Hold empty. Inhale. Hold it. Release until your lungs feel cleared. And settle into a more relaxed breathing pattern. Our breath is amazing in the way it affects our frequency and the way we feel. So slowing down breath and taking deep breaths takes us to a higher place of peace. Now in your mind's eye, see yourself in a beautiful meadow full of spring flowers completely surrounding you. Look past the meadow and see an orchard of many different kinds of fruits bearing fruit. Indeed, spring has sprung in our spirits. Feel your body where it meets the earth, allowing Pachamama to ground you. But really take in the renewing around you. Look at all the beautiful flowers. You can even smell the fragrance. And look beyond that to the orchard and think about Pachamama, the way she renews her land and renews our hearts in this time of the year. Even see the birds flying in the orchard, eating the fruit, helping themselves to that which is developing, all part of the cycle. All part of the cycle. And I was thinking as we were breathing in and doing the breath, that isn't that like life? When we stop and we think, we inhale slowly, we kind of hold it in our heart, hold that meditation or hold that thought or hold that vision. We release it with our breath. And then we experienced the emptiness for a few minutes or seconds, more like it. So breathe in this beauty all around you. Allow it to infiltrate into your heart, renewing your heart, renewing your whole being with that new rejuvenation that comes with the beauty of spring. And now coming back into our room, taking your time, but coming back into your body, present, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Thank you, Julia.
Yeah. Oh, so here we are, embracing the transition into spring. So we're often reminded of an opportunity to renew and rejuvenate ourselves, perhaps routines, perhaps we have certain things that we do in our life that bring that about. What are some of yours? What are some of the things that spring brings into your life, Cindy?
Oh, well, I love, watching as the snow melts, those new, blades of grass. I can't wait to get out and, start clearing and getting ready for planting. And so I love that part, of just being out and really connecting with Pachamama again. And, many of us do like a spring cleaning type of routine just to freshen and renew everything after being closed up for the winter, especially where, when you live closed in for, so many months of the year. And one of the things that I like to practice actually is a kind of a feng shui practice of, it's called 27-9. So for 9 consecutive days, you purge, recycle, give away, release 27 items. And so this could be inside, outside. So for me, sometimes it can feel a little bit challenging, but but there's just this sense of refresh and renew when you kind of release a lot of things that just you haven't been using, or you're just kind of are just kind of there, and you maybe don't bring you joy anymore. And so for me, it's just like a lot of clearing and making space to bring in new energy. Like for me, it's a renewal of energy in the spring. I just feel more vital. You get outside more fresh air. You open up the windows of your house, and so it's for me, that's a practice I've been doing for quite a few years now. And it's kind of cool watching bags of things going out of the house, taking them out to, to be donated or whatever. So it's a chance to go through the closets and all of those spaces, right? So that's one of the things that practices that I do in the spring. How about you?
Well, I just love that. I love that you go through and purge things because, and you said within and without, and it really is that way.
Mhm.
For me, spring is a time of my birthday, so it's a time where I tune in. I tune in, it's been another year. I tune in to visionary stuff and I spend some time in meditation and envisioning the next year. I may do an oracle reading. I may do just a long journey with the drum. But every year on my birthday, I always spend time renewing and looking back and sort of evaluating with love what has happened in the year before and looking forward to the year to come. And that causes me to, the springing part causes me also to want to plant. I have a greenhouse. And even though I live in Hawaii and we have certain plants all year round, which is wonderful for smoothies and things, in the spring it's a time to plant, to start that process again. The things that don't grow well in the winter here, like tomatoes and things like that. We definitely can do kale and lettuce and peppers and stuff through the winter, but it's a time to plant those more sensitive plants. And also, as I was drumming, I was thinking, spring for me is a spiritual renewal. It's like I plant within my soul, within my spirit. And that's part of my birthday ritual too. But, never underestimate those visionary seeds that we plant because if we give them attention and we water them, they will bring forth a seed if we give them the light that they need. Just like regular plants within ourselves, it's the same thing. If we nurture them, giving them the light, giving them the watering of our soul, then things will grow. And so that's one of the things that I do for spring. It's a magical time of the year for me. I really mean that when I say spring forward, even though, I'm doing some recovery from a stem cell treatment in my knee right now, so I can't really dance or do a lot yet, but I'm looking forward to that recovery. And in my heart and my mind, I'm already dancing. So
Oh, beautiful. I love that. And it Friday is your birthday, right?
Yep, yep.
Oh, happy birthday. So, yeah, just pop happy birthday wishes in the chat for Julia and let's celebrate her today. So, it's beautiful. Yeah.
I'm reminded of a parable, of a Native American parable. Why am I reminded of that? Because, if we look out and we watch the news instead of really tuning into spirit and watching what spirit is saying, because they really are two different dimensions, two different frequencies in the same dimension, probably more like it. If we do that, we have to be so careful because I'm reminded again of how a Cherokee grandfather told his grandson. He said, "The battle in you is between the wolves inside of us." He said, "One is evil, has anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, on and on." And I know we see a lot of that. The other is good, with joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, faith. And, as he's telling his grandson this, the grandson thinks about it for a moment and he goes, "Well, Grandpa, which wolf wins?" And I know a lot of you are very familiar with this, but it just seemed like a good spring parable to share. The old grandfather said very simply, "The one you feed." So what are we feeding in our life with spring this year? Are we going to feed the negativity that's being thrown on us from every side with the media and headlines? Or are we going to carve out our own special place to keep envisioning and going forward in what we know is the truth?
Absolutely, Julia. And it's planting those seeds. Like what type of seeds are you planting? It's the same as feeding the wolf, right? What
Right,
kind of seeds, if you
exactly.
want to relate it to spring, and I will also, when you were talking about, the seeds and watering and nurturing, it just kind of brought in the bands of power, right? Where the black band is where we plant our seeds, it's Mother Earth, and then the red is, the waters of the earth, and this the solar or the heart is the sun, and then the wind and the cosmos. And so it's, we're made up of the earth. Like we are our the earth is our body as well. And so when we are really go within and we plant those seeds of our becoming, and we water them with our love and our compassion and our kindness and our sweetness, and you know um, create that warmth in our heart, and those seeds get carried and they pollinate all over, and you get these beautiful flowers. I mean, like, so it's planting your seeds of, what do you want to see in the world? And it's just like feeding the wolf, right? So it's really, it's the big, where the transformation happens is in here, right? When we come within, right?
And so I'm thinking as you're going bands of power, people are going, what is that? Well, it is a ceremonial rite, one of the many ceremonial rites that we offer as part of our shamanic training. And it's very powerful. It offers a protection and an ability to plant new seeds within your aura or your chakra field. And they all relate to different chakras too. And I'm thinking again now as we are finishing up the first class that we started 9 weeks ago or so, and we have 3 more classes of that. We are then going to embark into a journey around the medicine wheel, a journey with the 4 archetypes of power animals and the lessons, the rites, the healing techniques that they bring into our life. And if some of you were not able to join us for the introductory, but you feel like you have that calling that's pulling on you on the inside and saying, yeah, you might want to consider this. Cindy and I are on the 27th of April. We're going to do a 6-hour workshop, and we're going to basically cover the main techniques and rites that we offered in the 12 weeks. For those of you that feel like you're still called to go around the wheel, which will be starting May 1st, we are inviting you to consider joining us. And
Mhm.
it's very affordable, and we're very excited about this because it continues our purpose as we go forward.
Absolutely. Sacred Alchemy, Igniting Your Inner Pathways is our workshop on April 27th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. So we're accommodating Julia's 3 hours ahead. So that's actually 8 a.m. for her. So we would love for you to join us. Just get a little taste of, what is this divine feminine shaman stuff all about, right? And this 1 day workshop will give you a taste of, what it is that this medicine that we're bringing to humanity right now that's been planted deep within our hearts. We've been nurturing this for some time now, and it's ready, it's birthed, and it is blossoming just like spring. And so we're super excited to be going around the wheel starting May 1st, and there's still time for you to join us. We just hop into this 1 day workshop. We'll get you caught up with some of the basics that we've been covering over the last, well, it'll be 3 months. So, yeah. So, Julia, I was looking at my card decks this morning, and there's one I haven't pulled for a while, but I just called to me today, and it's called Earth Magic.
Hmm.
And I thought, well, this is kind of a magical time, right? Spring, where everything comes to life again and starts to renew. And so this deck was kind of calling me this morning to um, to take a look. And I love the back of it, right?
Beautiful.
So I'm just going to pull a card for us for welcoming this first week of spring and um, what this deck wants to share with us. Hmm. The Mountain card, strength.
Mm.
So, when I was saying, we are part of the earth, well, the mountains are our strength, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And let's just see. Mountain. The massiveness of the mountain in this image bears the blanket of snow as spectacular hues of the sun reflect from its body, evokes a sense of impenetrable and immovable strength and stature. A mountain's quiet, resolute, immensity leaves us in awe and inspires us to reach for greater heights. Yet it can pose challenges. The firm base of the mountain evolves into the narrow crest in its attempt to reach the sky. More daring individuals become enamored by the peak and see it as something to conquer, although it can never truly be conquered. When a mountain feels threatened in some way or simply shrugs its shoulders, the strength exhibited can wreak havoc. All of the beings caught on its skin. So for me, it's find it interesting that this mountain came up and strength because right now we need to be strong in our resolve
Yeah,
to stay
absolutely.
to stay in our hearts, to stay cultivating those divine feminine qualities, to not be reactive to what's going on in the world, but to really be strong within ourselves. And for me, it's the strong practices that we cultivate here that really allow me to feel strong on the inside.
Yeah, and I agree. And as you were reading that, I couldn't help but think of Condor and that mighty, mighty archetype that we work with that takes us up into the mountains and has us communicate in mysteries with great spirit, in strength and transformation. And I couldn't help but think of that as you were sharing.
Mhm. Beautiful. Mhm. So, just as we water our plants and stuff in the spring, they get stronger, right? They get those, and we pull out the weeds around them so that the stems can get thick and grow. And become strong and resilient, we're doing the same within ourselves.
Right. So I just want to leave you with a question. Which wolf are you going to feed in
Mm.
your life? Are you going to invite in the light, the frequency of the light, or are you going to look towards the other way? It's really a choice that we all have, and spring gives us that amazing kind of springboard energy, momentum to go forward. So,
It's a pleasure, as always, Julia, to sit in this sacred space and chat and share what's in our hearts and this powerful medicine. And I hope you've all enjoyed. Welcome you to check us out on YouTube. You might be watching on YouTube right now, or perhaps you're watching from our Facebook group. So if you're in the Facebook group, maybe go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll see it on your feed in case you missed something here. It's easier to find on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, check out the Divine Feminine Shaman Academy we have a Facebook group where lots of really inspirational posts happen regularly, as well as staying up to date with what's happening. So, mm, shall
and
we?
I want to add a little disclaimer when you add, because I often see people wanting to join the group, but you need to say yes to the group rules.
Thank you. And it's basically just being respectful to each other.
That's it. It's not that complicated. So,
Yeah. All right. Shall we close our sacred space
yes.
to the south? To the winds of the south, Sacramama, great serpent. Thank you for being with us, for keeping our bellies to the earth so we can feel the heartbeat and the pulse of the Divine Mother that pulses through us. We feel her strength, her divine feminine wisdom, her nourishment, her nurturing energy, and her groundedness. Thank you for this beautiful gift of being belly to belly with Mother Earth and helping us to release all of those things that so that we can plant those new seeds of becoming. We thank you and we release you now. Father.
Oh, and to the winds of the west, Ortorango, Jaguar, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming into our space, showing us to go beyond the physical into the ethereal, to really be able to manifest new visions with the spring by going inside and developing those gifts within. We thank you for your medicine. We release you now. Oh.
To the winds of the north, ancestors, ancient ones, grandmothers and grandfathers, generations to come. Thank you for being here with us today. You've seen many, many springs and so much wisdom and so much knowledge. And thank you for how you share this with us, that ancient wisdom that lives within each and every one of us. And shall we cultivate it and help us to really grow strong in our own roots? And Siwar Kante, Royal Hummingbird, thank you for being with us on this epic journey, guiding us to the sweet flowers since we celebrate this spring and finding that peace within. We release you now.
Oh, to the winds of the east, Eagle Condor, thank you so much for always coming into our space and giving us that higher perspective, that ability to glide and take that aerial view, that ability to tune in to the great mysteries of Great Spirit. We thank you for your aerial gifts. We ask that you help us develop a new vision as we tune in with you as we spring forward in our lives. We release you now. Oh.
Oh. Pachamama, the Divine Mother, thank you for all you provide. We so look forward to the new nourishment of this spring and for the fruits and the vegetables and all that you provide for all your people, for the strength, for the divine feminine wisdom. May we embody it, and may we in turn bring such great respect and honoring and nourishment and protection to you as well. We thank you and we release you often.
Oh.
Mm.
Auntie Tai Tai, Mama Kia, Sashka Kuna, celestial luminous beings of light, power, and great spirit, thank you for your transformative light that comes into our life. Thank you for guiding and directing us, sustaining us. Great Spirit, you who are the unnameable one, known by so many names and different to each one of us, we install that higher power into this essence right now. We thank you. We thank you for being with us each day, each hour, helping us to just focus on our vision and to spring forward and feed that positive one within us. We release you now. Oh,
Mm. So reaching down, we're going to close the Viracocha over our Ayu. Everyone here watching it live and watching the replay. And over ourselves. Mm. It's always a pleasure, Julia.
yes, it is with you.
And have a most fabulous day on Friday. We'll be thinking of you and sending you love, and I celebrate you each and every day, but especially on Friday. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
you're
And
so welcome.
we are probably having a guest, so pop on and see who we're talking to. We're going to start
Mm,
having some guests to share with us in our shows. So we're looking forward to that.
excited. All right, have a wonderful week, everyone. Namaste, spring blessings, and we'll have a really fabulous long weekend. Take care,
Yes.
everyone.